Hello and welcome to Nine Design 3D. Today we will make a character without sculpting with detailed explanation. This tutorial will be two-part. For the first part, we will model our head, body, foot, hands and ears. And second part will be clothes, skins and materials process. Let's go to the tutorial. First, we will add our reference image to our scene with the image reference. And you can choose your head reference like this, scale and move up them. I will give link in description. You can find these reference images. And after that, decreasing your opacity, shift it to duplicate it and rotate in the z-axis 19 degree. After you fit up, choose unselectable effect. And we will add a cube to our scene, scale and place for matching your reference image in the wireframe mode. With adding a loop cut middle of it with the Ctrl R, delete half of it. In object mode, we will add mirror modifier and check your clipping. Now we will add a subdivision surface modifier with 2. You can scale it, and after you apply your subdivision surface modifier, with the auto proportional edit, you can set it up, move your vertices, and match your reference image from side and front view. Numpad 1 is front view and numpad 3 is side view. You can add extra loop cuts for your head with the Ctrl R. We will move our vertices with the pressing G twice, with the horizontally and vertically. If it's not enough for your edge lines, you can add extra with Ctrl R. Give a round shape for your head. Choose these middle faces, E to extrude them. For the top edge line, you can G to move it down. And for the back of the vertices, you can choose together 2 and merge at center. With the pressing G twice, you can slide up your vertices or edge lines. And K to knife tool, you can cut it up from under the chin part and move some of your vertices for the giving a round shape in here too. From the bottom, you can choose some faces in here, right click loop tool circle, and after that delete these faces, choose this edge line. With the side view, you can E to extrude it down as Z0. With this middle part, with the Ctrl B, you can give some bevel. Give a round shape for the mouth area. And choose this inner mouth area, E to extrude right click and S to scale, G to move them in x-axis a bit. With the knife tool, cut this type. And you can move some of vertices for giving a lip shape. After giving a lip shape, for your character's mouth area, choose these vertex lines and Ctrl B to bevel them and right click smooth your vertices. Again, with K to knife tool, you can cut this round shape around your mouth and press enter and dissolve this edge line with the X. And now you can continue to give a lip shape how you want, you can make it. Again, with the knife tool, with the pressing K, from the upper lip, continue to cut and enter to press OK. Now you can give some round shape for the nose with the sliding your vertices. Around the eye area, you can add another loop cut in here and smooth some of your vertices with right click. Give a round mask type shape in here. Choose this round edge line and Ctrl B to bevel them. With the knife tool again, we will cut this part to the upper head. And dissolve this edge because we want some quads in here. We will give some unwrap process in here too. Now delete this middle vertex and choose this outside edge line and Ctrl B to bevel them too. And after all of that, choose inner edge line again, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. And give a round shape with moving your vertices again. You can add extra loop cut, choose this nose area and Ctrl B to bevel this edge line. Delete this under the nose of the face and around them. And middle of the nose. You can choose this 2 vertices and E to extrude them. With the choosing this 4 vertex, press F and fill it. And choose these 2 middle vertices, merge at center with M, sliding your vertexes and merge and center them too. And you can extrude some part of it as you see in the screen. Get the knife tool again and cut this a line in here because we will use these middle vertices for merge and center. Again, get the knife tool and cut around the chin and cheek. Dissolve this top edge and cut in here too. Get your knife tool again and choose this middle vertex upper of your lip and cut it. Dissolve near of the edge. It can look a bit confusing, but if it's too fast, you can slow down this video. Choose this inner eye part and press V for separate it, and after that delete this face and F to fill. For the side of it, you can merge at center and E to extrude some part of it. We will give a roundy eyelid and nose shape for this with the quads. Don't forget to get some help from proportional edit that shortcuts it all. With the knife tool, we will cut some part of it again. And now, you can set it up your nose round. Inner of your nose hole, you can choose this vertex lines, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. For the knife tool, you can cut a part. E to extrude this inner nose part, scale, and give a round shape. For the head, we will right click and shade smooth for this and add a subdivision surface modifier with levels viewport 1. And from the side and top view, you can smooth your vertices and move some of your vertices for giving cartoony head shape. I am making this type of lips because I don't want to make any realistic character. I want to make some a bit of Pixar or Overwatch style characters with this method. Under the sculpting mode with the grab tool, you can give a shape for your head too. After all your head shape ready, we will add our eyes in here with the UV sphere. You can rotate in x-axis 19. And after all of that, choose your inner part and add the loop cut circle with the Ctrl R and add extra loop cuts for the inner part of it. You can E to extrude it and move in y-axis too. From now on, you can change your vertices places with the proportional edit and give shape how you want. Now let's add our body reference image with the head reference as the same thing. Shift D to duplicate in, rotate in Z-axis 19 and place it, decrease these opacities and uncheck editable. After all reference images down, we will add cylinder and decrease your vertices 16 and cap fill type nothing. Now you can scale and place it middle of your character's body, delete half of it. In object mode add a mirror modifier, check your clipping, and add a subdivision surface modifier with level viewport 1. Now, as the same method we made for a head, we will move some of our vertices, and for the front and side views, you can add extra loop cuts with Ctrl R2. Don't forget to get some help with proportional edit. I am giving a shape for matching with my reference image. You can move some of your vertices and scale them. After giving all shape, in the solid view, right click, shade smooth. Choose this 4 vertex under of the body and F to fill. Add 3 loop cuts middle of it. With the numpad 1 from the front view, you can move and place. For the legs, you can E to extrude these edge lines to the down. S, Z, 0, scale in Z axis 0. And after that, E to extrude it down. For the knee part, we will extrude it 3 times because we will make something on there. And give a shape with the moving your vertices and adding extra loop cuts. If it looks too flat, you can choose your vertex line, right click loop tool, circle. Giving your circle, it will be round the shape for your legs with the naturally. For the new part, choose these 2 vertex and delete these vertices. Choose this vertex line, inner of it, right click, smooth your vertices. From the side view, E to extrude, S to scale, E to extrude, S to scale again. and choose middle of for vertex, F to fill. For the right, continue to F to fill. And add a loop cut middle of it, choose the side vertices, merge at center with M. And after that, you can choose these vertices, right click and smooth your vertices. If you want, you can get some help from the sculpting grab tool. For the back of your character, you can choose this vertices line and G to move them in y-axis. Add extra loop cut. Choose this 4 vertex and delete these vertices. Choose these vertex lines and right click smooth vertices. As the same method again, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. Choose sum of vertices and F to fill. For this, we will add 2 loop cuts middle of it, and for the sides, we will merge at center these vertices for giving quad and smooth shape. You can dissolve some edges. After smoothing your vertices, in the wireframe, you can give a butt shape for your character. For the belly button, we will cut this type of shape, middle of it. It will look like this. Again, with the knife tool, we will cut it. Delete these middle faces, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. Make same thing, all of it, with the knee and bottom parts. You can have to fill some vertices. For the top of the body, we will add a cylinder again, with the 12 vertices and type fill nothing. Rotate in y-axis 19. Add a loop cut middle of it, delete half of it. Add a mirror modifier and check your clipping. After all of that, in edit mode again, we will add 2 loop cut and delete half of it. And after that, you can move it up. Give a smooth shape with adding some extra loop cuts. And we will add subdivision surface modifier in here too, and right click shade smooth. Ctrl J to join them together with body and upper part. Choose this front 4 vertex and F to fill. Continue to F to fill side vertices. For the back, choose this 2 vertex merge and center. Make same thing for all the sides. For the top of the vertex, you can delete it. After that, you can smooth and add extra loop cuts for the sides. And right click loop tool circle. E to extrude this circle up. Choose sum of back vertices and G to move them in y-axis. Choose this 2 back vertex and press V to separate it and F to fill it again. For the middle of it, you can add another loop cut and give a shape. For the arms, again, as the same method, we will E to extrude them. Now you can choose some vertex line and right click loop tool circle. For the back of your arms, you can delete these vertices and smooth vertex line. E to extrude, right click S to scale and E to extrude again. With the knee part as the same, you can F to fill, add extra loop cuts and merge and center them too. Now, how you want, you can give a shape and smooth some of your vertices. For the shoulder, we will delete this middle vertex. Again, E to extrude, S to scale. E to extrude, S to scale again. Choose some of your 4 vertex, F to fill, and make same thing for the other parts. For the front upper body part, delete this middle vertices and smooth this vertex line. And after that, we will add UV sphere. Decrease your segments and rings 8. Rotate in x-axis 19. And Z to wireframe, you can delete half of it. Place it for your character's breast. Add mirror modifier 2. In tab to edit mode, choose all of it with A and G to move in x-axis. Now you can give a shape and near of the place. Shade Smooth, Ctrl J to join them together. Now, we will make topology in here with the merging at center with our breast parts, some of your vertices. It will look like this. With the proportional edit help or in sculpting grab mode, you can move some vertices and give a shape. For the upper part of it, again as the same method, V to separate some part of your vertices and F to fill. Continue to pressing F to fill, add extra loop cuts middle of it and give a shape. For the neck part, you can add extra loop cuts and give a shape like this. Now we have to join our head and body part together. If it's give this type of weird result, you can G to move your middle vertices because we open it up or clipping. Now choose your head and body vertices line. If they are equal, right click loop tool bridge. Now give a shape in the Z to wireframe with the helping of proportional edit. Now we will add our hand reference image. You can type on the Google a hand retopo or you can get some different version of the videos for the seeing this. Add a cube for our scene and scale. In tab to edit mode and Z to wireframe again, we will give a shape of our hand. Adding loop cut, choosing side vertices, E to extrude. Make same thing for the fingers. It will be cartoony character, so as I said before, we don't make any realistic look, so you can feel free yourself for making this type of characters. Choose these top faces, I to inset them and E to extrude them up for your fingers, giving a hand shape. If it's too confusing and speed for you, I made character modeling tutorials before. You can check my YouTube channel's videos. You can find different type of the modeling process. I added a subdivision surface modifier to right click shade smooth, delete these bottom faces and right click loop tool circle, rotate and place near of your character. You can give some a bit natural round shape with the proportional edit. We have to get some equal vertex count with our arm and hand. For this, you can add extra loop cut to this or you can merge at center some of your vertices. After they are equal, you can Ctrl J to join them together in object mode. Choose this two vertex line, right click loop tool bridge. For the foot, we will add a cube in here. Choose this top face and delete it. E to extrude this edge line. Choose front of your faces, E to extrude in y-axis 2 and give a shape for the foot. In Z to wireframe, you can change your scale and vertices. Add a loop cut and get some knife tool, cut this type of shape for top of your foot. We will make some fingers on it. Add extra loop cut in here for the middles. Horizontally we will add another cut process for the bottom part of foot. Give a shape like this quad. And now adding extra loop cuts and moving some of your vertices. E to extrude these faces and E to extrude again and scale. Give a full shape. With the moving your vertices and extruding your faces. This foot will be easily cartoon foot. If you want, you can add extra details for making a bit realistic. For the toe, we will give a shape for our edges like this and E to extrude it, rotate. When it's blocky, it looks weird, I know, but we will add subdivision surface modifier it too. After all of that, in Z to wireframe with the proportional edit, you can give a shape in wireframe for your foot. For the connecting, as you remember from the hand, they have two equal vertices. You can add extra loop cuts maybe. Or for the back, you can merge at center some vertices, Ctrl J to join them together with foot and body. Right click loop tool, bridge or connecting your foot to your body. Now we will make an ear, delete these faces and after that we will add ear reference in here. You can rotate it, scale, and after that we will add a plane for this. In tab to edit mode, choose all of your vertices, press M at collapse. You can E to extrude these vertices for giving a ear shape. Choose these inner faces and press I to inset. Give a round shape like this. With our knife tool, we will make our ear like this. You can get your knife tool with K. You can continue to give a shape under the topology image. You can follow totally all the topology reference image, but if you want, you can make it random how you want to make your ear. I am trying to make the quad shape. You can use your knife tool too. After all of your shape ready, you can choose outer face line and E to extrude it in x-axis. For the inner part, you can choose some faces too, E to extrude them. For the inner part of the ear hole, you can E to extrude in x-axis like this. And Ctrl 1 to give subdivision surface modifier. As the same method for our other parts, you can move some part of your vertices and give a roundy and fluffy shape for your ears. For the back, you can E to extrude it. We have to make equal or vertices from the head and ear connecting parts. You can merge at center some part of your vertices or dissolve some edges for making equal. For this too, we will merge at center for our ears and head vertices. Our character's body parts will look like this. If you want, you can give some elven shape for your ears too. In this video, we made our character full body without sculpting, and in the second part, we will make some clothes, skins, and material textures. See you later in the part 2.